Hi everyone. So in this video, I wanted to briefly walk through the actual Aria Lane proposal that Avalon sent to DPP, um, and that they're going to have the the review, the public hearing on the 7th of October. So I'm just going to kind of go through hopefully some of the high points of this proposal here. Where it is, it's at the Old St. Francis site. I'll just kind of walk through this. So this is the proposed project. It's end up being 93 units, 14 multifamily, and 79 single family with this breakdown. How many are 2 stories and how many are 1 stories, and I guess different type sizes and types. Density, this is the floor area ratio of the entire project, 0.26, so 26% of the total area would be livable square footage. That's the maximum allowed by PDH law, 0.26. Open space, 55% open space. The minimum required is 50%. Um, Parking, so they're going to provide here 370, almost 400 parking stalls. Four per single family, and multifamily, again, looks like two per, and a couple of guests parking. Um, Primary access, single access, Pomona Road. This proposal claims that they'll have secondary emergency access connecting through UH, although it has not been determined at this time. So in the details, they'll say that they're still kind of working that out. Um, Oh, this little footnote is worth maybe reviewing. So every single family unit, so all of the 79 has an option to create this like it's like a they call it the in-law suite, but it's essentially a locked out unit, a separate legally a separate unit. That's like a studio. Um, so that's I mean when you if you think about that, right? If each of the single family homes, each of the 79 choose that option, then you could have eventually 79. So 79 single family homes, arguably 79 more of these accessory or in-law suites or separate legal units that can have their own entry, their own kitchen, and everything. Um, so I mean that really could it could increase the density, right? Housing density by a lot, right? If they're all utilized. So it's a picture of the site where it is, talking about the site. Um, let's see, where did I want to go next here? So, oh, this is the existing conditions. So this is the St. Francis School to talk about what's there. Um, Permits that they're gonna have to get. It's not. This doesn't trigger the EA process. This PDH. So we're not gonna get an EA or EIS. Um, they presented the neighborhood board. Okay. Yeah, so kind of reiterating, 79 units, single family, they all could be have this option to have this like a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, so like it's like more like a studio, like it's only a bedroom, I guess, and it has a little like mini bar type mini kitchen. Um, yeah, so the architecture, uh, it's cottage like architecture, low rise like shapes, which is great. Um, it, this proposal is significantly more dense. So the zoning, right? It's R75, so in the surrounding area you have lots that are 7,500 square feet, maybe even 10,000 in that general area by Pomo Road. Um, and this proposal has the lot size is closer to 3,000. So it'll end up looking more like an R 3.5 um, you know subdivision. I guess if it were a conforming thing, it's a much higher density than the surrounding area. Although it does maintain the shapes and architecture of of the of the area. So I mean it's not wrong. I mentioned this in that other video, but every single family unit now has an enclosed two-car garage. Um, so uh, yeah, it's not quite like what we were showing in some of the initial conceptual renderings, right? It's a lot more enclosed. If you imagine driving down those access roads, you're gonna see a lot of like two-car garage doors, I guess, right? It's a little bit that part's a little bit different than we might have seen before. There's multifamily units, 14 of them. Um, 8 will be affordable housing units. So of this entire uh, project proposal, almost 100 units, um, of which 79 of them could be 2 units, right? So we're talking about a significant number of housing units. Only 8 will be affordable housing compliant. Okay. There's going to be a significant amount of grading. The site's relatively flat, I thought, but if you look at the grading plan for this, it's it's going to be flatter. And to get to that, they're going to have retaining walls on the sides, or even along the middle, maybe in like the back facing UH. There are going to be a number of retaining walls, 2 to 6 feet high, and that's going to level out the area to be more interestingly, a lot more like a regular subdivision. Uh, you know. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. This is the so they talked about the access and the driveways, how you're gonna get in, and this is what I kind of talked about this in the other video. But if determined to be necessary, the project may install entry gates. So, yeah, this could very well be a gated community if determined to be necessary. They talk about the emergency exit, but it says, oh, okay, okay, okay. They didn't talk about that yet, but they're going to say that it's going to be still kind of TBD how they're going to work out the access. Um, uh, this I thought was actually very interesting. Okay, so their private roadway, um, that's inside of the Aria Lane property now. 20 feet is going to be their turnarounds, so like the little offshoot roads, and their main primary looping access road inside of their development is going to be 22 feet wide. Okay, this is interesting because Pamor Road, the only vehicle access road for this entire development, is a 20-foot road. So what we're saying here, what the proposer is saying is that kind of two things, right? They're saying that, eh, you know, that 20-foot road is enough for servicing all of us, all this project, but also all of the current people, current people use that road now. So all of that use plus this new development, the existing 20-foot road, maybe I don't know, maybe they're saying it's fine. I don't know. But yet inside of their internal to the development, the private road, that I mean, it could be behind the gate that you're never gonna see, but it's gonna be their primary road is wider than the current road that's there to access the entire site. This is the affordable housing requirement. They're required by law to provide affordable housing under PDH, and so they are going to comply with that. Um, so based on the equation, they're supposed to provide 9.3 at this term, but yet there's some kind of factor that they can apply, divider or whatever, so they can actually get away with providing 8 units to satisfy this law, affordable housing. So they are providing affordable housing units as required by law. They're going to provide 4 at this level and 4 at this level. These are the income limits depending on the size of your household. And I looked at the tables for the pricing for the actual units in the HUD guidelines. It's probably about 500 to 600K. So the 4 people that qualify here, their unit might be about maybe 500K. The four people that qualify here, it's going to be about 600K. That's the cap for potentially the price at that level. Um, yeah, they had presentations and they were bored and stuff like that. Okay. Um, so this talks about the wastewater access, sewer, and water. Um, okay, I thought this was noteworthy. So, Board of Water Supply replied saying that they don't have the hydrants, the fire hydrants currently are not powerful enough to service this size development. That's what the Board of Water Supply told them. Um, So okay. So the workaround that they're gonna use is they found this inside of this fire protection guide. Um, if you put an approved automatic sprinkler system, then you don't need as much hydrant flow. And that's kind of what they're saying. So they're gonna put in this automatic fire sprinkler system, the private system, and that way they'll be able to comply. Same with the single family homes. They're gonna install a automatic sprinkler system, and therefore it meets the new requirement of less flow. Um, I guess I mean by law that's fine, but I felt to me that's kind of a risk, right? Because it offloads a lot of this onto the this idea that these systems, right, your private automatic sprinkler systems will maintain, right, and be maintained and work perfectly, um, especially for the single family homes where um, the really the ownership is going to be on each homeowner, right? So it's kind of like um, the way to say it is like your fire protection, if you're one of the owners, it's really dependent on all of your neighbors maintaining their approved automatic sprinkler system, right? Because without a working automatic sprinkler system in your general vicinity, you do not have enough, hydrant water flow rate. So, firefighters could come and what are they going to do, right? If these automatic systems aren't working, um, they can call in 50 more trucks, but I mean, there's going to be a limit to how much fire water, hydrant um, water there is, and I kind of felt that that was a potential risk, right? Because you're putting a lot of you're putting a lot of faith in these automatic fire sprinkler systems that they need to be maintained, right, privately.